Throughout the events of the sequel trilogy and the years leading up to it, the Knights of Ren were loyal to their master. In The Force Awakens, we learn that Kylo Ren, the fallen apprentice of Luke Skywalker and eventual supreme leader of the First Order, is the master of this band of dark side worshippers. But in The Rise of Skywalker, when the redeemed Ben Solo arrives on Exegol, the Knights turn on what is now their former master in favor of Emperor Palpatine. And so the question for today's video is, why? Despite the apparent significance of Kylo Ren's title as the Master of the Knights of Ren, the group is largely absent from the sequel trilogy, so not much was known about their origins, nor about where their true loyalties lied. And since the Knights did betray Ben Solo pretty much simultaneously with his return to the light, it would make sense to surmise that they were actually loyal to Palpatine all along. But that is actually not the case. From the very beginning of Episode 9, the Knights of Ren knew that Palpatine was alive, but still, they stand with Kylo Ren, who is intent on destroying the Emperor and assuming command of the Sith fleet on Exegol. So here is why all of this plays out the way it does. The Knights of Ren originated from the unknown regions. They are Force-sensitive beings, although it's important to keep in mind that they are nowhere near the power levels of the Jedi and the Sith, let alone the grandson of Anakin Skywalker or the notorious Darth Sidious. However, they do attempt to cause corruption and unrest with the hope of thriving in the chaos and seizing the opportunities that arise from that. And eventually, that is what they do, convincing Ben Solo to join them and consequently ascending with him to the top of the galaxy. They're sort of like Darth Maul in the Clone Wars in the way that he tries to amass a crew of gangsters and pirates to help him rise to power. They're really opportunists, so they'll do anything to gain more power. Even when they do catch wind of Palpatine's survival, they remain at Kylo's side because he is still the most powerful force in the galaxy, at least he appears to be. Who is truly worthy of taking the throne of the Sith is still up for grabs, and it appears as though Kylo is primed to claim that title, so they continue to roll with him because there's no reason not to. But when Kylo Ren falls, Ben Solo returning to take his place, the decision to join Palpatine is very easy for the Knights of Ren because above everything else, they are loyal to the dark side of the Force. Their support was never for the person that was Kylo Ren, it was about what Kylo Ren represented and what he could do for them. And so when he turns to the light, there's no thought of joining him. From their perspective, he's proven himself too weak to be their leader now, and Palpatine has uncoincidentally risen in his place, now presenting himself as the literal embodiment of the dark side. The Knights of Ren are not loyal to anyone, they are loyal to the dark side of the Force. And so taking Palpatine's side and appropriately dealing with the traitor that is Ben Solo is the obvious course of action. So the motivation to turn on Ben Solo is twofold. First, we have the redemption of Ben Solo. That's something the Knights of Ren do not support. Then we have the fact that Palpatine has clearly emerged as the most significant dark side presence in the galaxy, and that is something they want to be a part of. And that's pretty much it. They follow the dark side, they worship the dark side, and Ben Solo's action went against everything they stood for and believed in. It's simple, really. They didn't care about Ben Solo, and not only did he not fit into their future plans, he directly opposed them and was now a very capable adversary. And that pretty much sums it up, so I am going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Without your support, none of this would be possible, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish every single one of you an amazing day or night wherever you may be in the world, and remember, the Force will be with you always.